Bitcoin is not a security. The Fed has said that. In fact, we just heard that Coinbase said that the SEC said, hey, guys, we want you to stop trading. Before they filed the lawsuit, we want you to stop trading everything but Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's in the clear. The only negative now is a credit event or a liquidity event in the markets, a recession that causes stocks to collapse. And in this situation, you very well could.
Hello, and welcome to Crypto Street, where we bring you the latest and most intriguing stories from the world of cryptocurrencies. Now, let's begin our enlightening discussion with Gareth Soloway.
So a lot of people have been talking about how Bitcoin is rocketing, it's doing its amazing price action. But I have something to show you guys, and I think this makes it very, very clear. Now, you know I've been a skeptic on Bitcoin. I said 31,000 to 30,000 high would be major resistance. Well, we already know that Bitcoin's pulling back off of that today, down trading around 28,800. But I want to show you this, all right? This is my thesis for why I think Bitcoin's going to go down from here, okay? And again, I understand no one wants to hear it. If you're a bull on Bitcoin, this is not what you want to hear. But to be honest, sometimes the truth hurts, and that's okay. Or in the very least, I want you guys to take this information and at least store it in your brains and then make a different decision. But look at both sides. What drives me nuts about Bitcoin and crypto kind of nut jobs out there, the super uber bullish people, is that they're not willing to look at both sides. All right. So again, when we were at 69,000 and I said, guys, charts are telling us we're going to 20. No, going to 100,000 by the end of November. How did that work out, right? You didn't look at both sides. So one of the things I want to show you here, this is the chart of Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin here. This is the weekly, which is where Bitcoin is. This is the chart of the NASDAQ. And I want to show you this. So my thesis for why Bitcoin can go lower is very simple. If the NASDAQ corrects after doing a massive move up, how much will Bitcoin fall in response? Okay, well, let's do a quick trend line here. Let's do this right off the bat. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a trend tool and we're going to measure how far off of the all-time highs we are. Bitcoin right now, folks, is a monstrous, basically has to go up 134%, 135% to get back to the all-time highs of 69,000. This is what rally you've gotten in Bitcoin, and this is what rally you've gotten in the NASDAQ. See, now you could say, okay, well, Bitcoin, maybe it doesn't go down when stocks are collapsing because it's a store of safety. I would agree with you if that's been the history of Bitcoin, but as of now, it's not. And remember, even when the COVID crash happened back in March of 2020, you know what happened? We still saw gold even selling off initially. Gold, Bitcoin, stocks, they all fell together because there was panic. So you have to remember, be realistic. So again, what we see here, this is the current Bitcoin chart, and what we can clearly see is we were in the channel that I was talking about, and I've went on a million interviews, right? And I said, all right, guys, we have this 31 to 30,000 range. That's your range. If you can break out and confirm, you have a move up to 35, 36, maybe even 45. If you break below, you're headed down. And look at what we got. Down move, time count, and starting to break down. We're trading at 28,500 or so. The target here remains this trend line. Take a look here. If I zoom out on the chart, I want to show you guys this. So if we zoom out on the chart, you can see there's a very clear trend line, which is around 27.2, 27.3 at this point in time. So that's your short-term target. Now, if that breaks, like I've said, that's where real trouble starts. This in here doesn't really matter, frankly. Doesn't really matter. It's if this line breaks lower, below here, that's where I would start to get concerned on Bitcoin.
Don't forget to join us as we continue to explore the unfolding events. Now let's take a look at some recent developments in the cryptocurrency market. Then we turn back to Gareth Soloway. Bitcoin's price plunge below $29,000 has caused $92 million in derivatives liquidations, shaking the crypto markets. U.S. District Judge rejects approach in SEC v. Ripple, ruling on XRP. What happens if Binance collapses? The crypto market could be impacted, especially with its substantial holdings of digital assets, including over 550,000 BTC. Tether attestation reveals reserve. Increase of $850 million in Q2. Excess reserves reach $3.30 billion.
Take a look at this. This is median sales price of homes sold versus median income. And look at this, guys. This is what, to be honest, there's so much consensus now that it's going to be a soft landing. We know that Jerome Powell just last week said, hey guys, we're not predicting a recession. I showed you in one of these game plans where Bren Bernanke back in 2008 said, hey, we're not going to have a recession, and look what happened. The same thing occurs. This is human psychology 101. People believe there's panic, and in fact, my stream, The No Shill Zone, which I do Mondays at 11 a.m. with Ben Cowan, he showed a chart that showed searches for the term recession, and there's always an initial search for a recession, which pops it, and then as the recession doesn't come immediately because data is lagging and Fed hikes are lagging, searches come down, and then when the recession hits, it pops again. But my point is this, on this chart, even in 2008, all right, the median sales price of homes to real median household income was only at 400%. Look at where we are right now. And the reason I say that, I mean, this is like insane. This is all-time highs. The amount, the home price to what people are actually making, this is nuts. And if you think that this is not going to end badly, somehow magically that everything will be fine, good for you. I hope you live in this bubble, and I hope you're successful. I like to know the real stats. All right, let's go to this one. All right, this one I showed yesterday, guys. You add that, and then you add the amount of money that the government is going, by the way, that's our tax dollars, that are going to be paid in interest, almost $1 trillion a year. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. This is more money than even our biggest budget allocator, which is the military, and that is incredible. Let's go to this one, guys. This one's a powerful one. Take a look at this. Corporate bond yield versus Fed funds rate, and this is what scares me as well about the markets. If we look down here, we can see that every time, all right, average corporate bond yield minus Fed funds rate. So it's the average corporate bond minus the Fed funds rate. Every time you get this average corporate bond yield minus Fed funds rate to hit these levels, what happens? Look at this. Here was a top in the market. So this is the market. The white line is the S&P. The red line is U.S. average corporate bonds yields minus Fed funds rate. And every time, here was a top. Here, top before the market collapsed. Here was just before COVID, market collapsed. Look at where we are, right down here. What do you think's going to happen up here, folks?
What's happening in the crypto market? Let's take a quick look at those technical analysis. Bitcoin, BTC, slipped below the $29,000 level on Tuesday as a result of a strengthening US dollar, following a high of $29,463.87 to start the week. BTC USD dropped to a bottom of $28,801.28 earlier in today's session. This is the lowest point that Bitcoin has hit since June 21st, when the price was at a low of $28,271. Looking at the chart, today's move took place following a breakout of the 41.00 level on the Relative Strength Index, RSI. As of writing, the index is tracking at 39.29 with the next visible point of support at the 35.00 zone. Should it reach this level, there is a good chance that BTC will be below $28,300. That wraps up today's crypto news highlights. Stay tuned for more updates, insights, and analysis from the world of cryptocurrencies. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content.